again, the idea here is to get a drink out to be evaluated by our judges. In order for the drink to count, it needs to be on the white plate before the 3 minutes is up. Now, our judges are scoring in 5 categories, and once we get some drinks up, I'll walk you through what we're looking for as judges. But the first category is speed, so there is an advantage to getting your drink out first. So there's definitely a sense of urgency as our baristas are back here. Now, speed is only one of the categories, so what's more important is that you put out a drink that you think can beat your competitors. So there's definitely some strategy involved in this competition. Now, all of our baristas today are using the same espresso machine, the same grinder, the same espresso, and the same milk, but they are all bringing their own steaming pitchers, cups, and tamps quite often. And we'll talk a little bit about why they do that later on. After they submit their drinks on the white plates, we'll go ahead and take some pictures of them so you guys will be able to see on the screens exactly which cups the competitors went ahead and submitted and what the judges are scoring, and I'll walk you through the rest of the score sheet. Still before the halfway point, so plenty of time. Okudaira is going to go ahead and start another one. Shimoyama looks at what Okudaira has and decides to make another one as well. So up to this point, we've done one kind of head-to-head each day for each competitor, and they advance to the next day. Today, we're obviously going to finish our bracket off, go through the rest of the bracket, and crown our new champion. Totally allowed to do that. And Shimoyama is going to take that speed point. Round of applause, everyone. We have our first score of the day. So there you can see a beautiful pour to start up the day for us, and Okudaira still has plenty of time, 50 seconds left. So as I mentioned, our judges are scoring in 5 categories. That first category being speed, which is going to go to Shimoyama. The next category that you have is degree of difficulty and creativity. And once we have 2 pours up, I'll talk a little bit more about what they're looking for there. Round of applause, everyone, for Okudaira. Beautiful pour there. So 2 beautiful pours to start off the day for us. You've got Shimoyama on the left, you've got Okudaira on the right. Similar pours, but definitely not quite the same. There's some big distinctions there between the 2 pours. Particularly if you look at the top of each of the pours, you can see Okudaira does 2 kind of separate hearts up top, a little bit of a tulip, while Shimoyama has kind of a rosetta going up the top. That's our timer going off. So those are 2 of the, so we talked about that category. Now the other 3 categories we have, you have definition. So for definition, how white is your white, how brown is your brown, how much pop do you get in the cup? And looking at these on the screen, Okudaira's got some beautiful definition in there, just a fantastic job. The whole drink just really pops out at you, and that's what the judges are looking for when it comes to that definition category. Color infusion is your next category, and that's how much white and brown do you have infused within each other. Shimoyama, I think, has a little bit more color infusion, perhaps, than Okudaira's does. Okudaira's is a little bit cleaner. The last category is overall beauty and symmetry. How balanced are the drinks in the cup? Also, which design are your eyes just more naturally drawn to? Looking at both, which one do you find yourself going, man, I just can't get enough of that one? It's the subjective quality of the pour. And that's going to be the last category that our judges are scoring in. So, as a judge, I'm going to quick fill out my score sheet. All right, so looking at the score sheet, that first category that we talked about, that speed point. Speed is going to go to Shimoyama, okay? And all they're trying to do is kind of get that checkbox. It's not a 1 through 10 scale, it's whoever gets the point. Next up is definition. For me, Okudaira just pops with beautiful definition right out of the cup. I mean, it just stands out to you. And for that reason as well, overall aesthetic beauty, I gave that point to Okudaira as well. I just think looking at the two cups, especially over there, Shimoyama's is just a little too muddled for me. There's kind of a haze over it. It doesn't stand out quite as nicely. I did give Shimoyama color infusion. And then there's one last point, degree of difficulty and creativity. They're both difficult pours. I gave my point to Okudaira. I think it's a better executed pour. I think his milk is better, and I think it's standing up longer, which is harder to execute. So my point goes to Okudaira.
はい、難しいです、すごく最初から。スピードポイントは下山バリスタに、点数を入れてます。で、美しさとバランスはこれもすごく迷ったんですけど、シンメトリーとか全体のバランスを見て、下山バリスタに点数をつけました。カラーインフュージョンの使い方は、見た目のツヤ感が、写真もそうなんですけど実際出てきた、もちろんタイムラグはあるんですが、奥平バリスタの方が、カラーインフュージョン良かったので点数をつけています。いろんな、明瞭さデフィニッションも奥平バリスタに点数をつけました。で最後の、ディフィカリティクリエイティビティはここも迷ったんですが、ウィングとあとはトップの方のリーフが結構しっかり出てたので下山バリスタに点数をつけて僕のポイントは下山バリスタに入れました。
Alright, so Shimoyama gets that point. Split decision. Tough way to start the day.
はい、本当に2人とも素晴らしくてすごい悩んだんですけれども、まずスピードは下山君が取ってまして、あとはディフィニッションは小平さん、あとカラーインフュージョンもやっぱりちょっと下山君のはちょっとにじんでる感があったので、その点で、奥平さん、あとはディフィカルティ&クリエイティビティに関してはやはりリーフを最後のリーフをうまく描いている感じが下山君のはすごくあったので、下山君を選んでます。で最後に、オーセンティックビューティー&バランスなんですけれども、これは本当に2人とも素晴らしいんですけど、僕の中で最初の下山君のウィング部分が両方とも左右対称に上がってるっていうのがすごく印象的だったので下山君に入れました。で3対2で下山君の勝利です。
Shimoyama moving on to the next round. Everyone, big round of applause.